Hello there, Amanda Davis here, and this is day 11 of Vlogmas. And so today's topic is to share a story. And I really had to get to thinking and think about what story did I want to share. And so I still don't really exactly know, but we're going to wing this. So I was thinking, and one story in particular that sticks out is we had a Christmas it was the Christmas of 1998. Some of you might remember there was an ice storm, at least where I live in Virginia. And so there was an ice storm and we lost power. And so that year we had Christmas morning without any power. And like I remember it, but I don't remember it, if that makes sense. But anyway, so like in 1998, like I said, I mean, I know it was 1998, big ice storm. I'm sure you could Google it and read some stuff about it. But anyway, we were without power at my parents' house for like a good week or so. And but anyway, so Christmas morning, instead of the usual, like we would have had, breakfast or something like that, we got up and we did our Christmas without any power. Um, and somewhere there was a home video, but I don't even know if we still have it. We probably don't. So that's one story. And you know what? While we're telling stories and while I'm thinking of things, I will share one other story. So, kind of like just a general thing that we would do when we were younger is we would get up and it was never fail. My younger brother and I would always get up early on Christmas morning because we'd be so excited that Santa came and we had presents. And even when there was no more, Santa visiting because we got older, we still, we just always got up early on Christmas morning. And so usually we would get up and then we would go and wake my parents up if they weren't already up. Although a lot of times my dad was already up and it was getting my mom up. And so then we would have our Christmas morning at home. And usually we would have like what I recall having a lot of times for Christmas morning breakfast is like cinnamon rolls. And so we would have our cinnamon rolls, we would open our gifts, and then we typically around just before lunchtime, we would go to my grandmother's house and we would have Christmas there. And then we would go, and usually we would have Christmas and like she would have something for lunch, like ham and that kind of stuff. Her mac and cheese that she usually made. So we would have our lunch at grandma's house and have our Christmas there. And then we would go home and either my other grandma, because I had my dad's parents is where we would go for lunch, but then I say grandma, but it was both of them for years and years until my grandfather passed in 2008. But anyway, so then after we would have our Christmas with my family, like my mom and my dad, we would have the Christmas with our grandma on my dad's side, grandma and grandfather on my dad's side, it was both of them. And then we would either have my mom's mom would either come to our house or we would sometimes go to her house in the afternoon on Christmas. So we kind of would have like three Christmases all in one day. Which I have to say, like, we were very lucky to have both sets of grandparents within like 15 minutes of each other. Well, it was like 10 minutes for one and 15 minutes for the other. And so we were very lucky to have both sets of grandparents nearby like that. And on my dad's side, like I said, it was both of them. It was my grandma and my grandfather. And then on my mom's side, it was usually just my grandma. Um, for one thing, my grandfather on that side passed away when I was in fifth grade. But for another thing, we were never but so close with him like we were with my mom's mom. And so anyway, we would do our Christmases like that, and it was always just a day of family. And I know that I would always, like I said, like we would always get up early. Even as we got older into like middle school and high school, we would get up early because it'd be like that excited Christmas, like, what did we get? I want to know what we got. And just that excitement. And it was just something that we always did. So now that I've told a little bit of storytelling, um, let me go ahead and wrap up this video and say thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And if you have any stories that you want to share or traditions or anything like that, feel free to put them in the comments. If you have any questions about anything that you want to ask me, feel free to put that in the comments as well. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for day 12. Thanks so much for watching.